Tonight on Minecraft Mob Battles, the series rebooted, the creepers, the explosive greens once again return for their 4th time online. Well, so we're facing off against the newcomers who debuted back in episode 24 and the spiders' cousins. Yes, it is of course the poisonous alias Scuttlers, the cave spiders on Ecru. So who do you think on our first episode of our return will the explosive greens top out themselves against the poisonous alias Scuttlers today? Find out in this episode, as this is Minecraft Mob Battles, the series rebooted. Good evening to all of you monsters in the crowd today here in the Monster Battle Arena, and welcome to the first episode of our return of Minecraft Mob Battles, the series rebooted. So yes, anyways, I'm your host Turbine and your co-host OC Bob, and yes, we were meant to do this episode yesterday as scheduled. However, due to an outtake, we unfortunately had to put the arena on maintenance, so that's why we're doing this episode today on Saturday instead. However, the next episode will still be on Sunday, so don't go anywhere for that. Anyways, enough of that. Today's episode is Season 1, Episode 26, and it is going to be Creeper versus Cave Spiders, so yes. So once again, the Cave Spiders are still in their batch, which means they are still fighting on Ecru, and this time, for their third target, they are fighting against the most explosive one, that being the Creepers, so yes. Obviously, since the Cave Spiders have less health, they do have their own scheme to fight anyways, so yes. Thanks for that. Anyways, right now though, it is time to begin with round 1. On Llano, we have, of course, one Creeper with 20 health points, that is 20 total. And then they're going to go against, on Ecru, we have 2 cave spiders with 12 points each, that is 24 health points total. So basically what happened in yesterday's shoot, we had an outtake where for some reason one of the cave spiders ended up staying in the waiting room. So yeah, and that's unfortunately not allowed in the arena. So let's hope both of the cave spiders will actually fight this time. There we go, that'll jump there. Let's find out. Thank you for that. Anyways, it's now time to begin our first round of our return in 3, 2, 1, and fight, let's go. And yes, okay, they're both fighting, that's good. One on one idle for a few seconds. Here we go. Here comes the creeper, watch out. Oh, and just what I expected, it is a tie. Both the cave spiders got blown up by the creeper right there. And also for the team score, whenever a creeper blows up their enemy targets, it actually starts off with the first mob being like its normal amount of points, but then it actually multiplies by 2 for like each other mob killed. So yeah, so that was a 120 point and 240 points. So that's 360 points for the creeper. However, since it's a tie, they also get some extra points too. It is now 1-1 for both the Llano creepers and Ecru cave spiders. Yes, at least we actually got a good shoot the episode this time, since obviously both cave spiders fall anyways. Okay, it's now time to begin our second round. Here is round 2. Alright, so on to round 2 now. On Llano, we have 2 creepers with 20 points each, since obviously they just go up by 1 in the teams today on Llano. So that is 40 F points total. And then they're going up against, on Ecru, once again, cave spiders with our own scheme today. We have 3 with 12 points each. We have 36 health points total for them, so it's slightly less, but 36 is closest to 40 here in the ratio for cave spiders to creepers. So yeah, that's why we have 3 in this team today for round 2. So yeah, over to you, Bob. Thank you for that. Okay, it's now time to begin our second round. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and fight. Okay then. The idle, and 2 of them are going. There's the other one. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if cave spiders are stuck now. They probably be a skill fight. Okay, there goes 2. Watch out, might be another tie. Oh, he's escaping. Oh wow. Yeah, he tried to escape the creeper. That's a pretty smart move for that guy, but unfortunately he went a bit too close after he escaped, so we still have a tie right here. So that is actually another instance of 2 ties in a row at the moment. So yes, it's now 2-2 for both teams. Alright, it's now time for our third round, of course. Here is round 3. Alright, it's now time for our third round of our first half in this episode overall. It's time for round 3. On Llano, we have, as usual, 3 creepers with 20 health points each, so that's 60 health points total. And then they're going to go against, On Ecru, actually equal number of health points. We have 5 case spiders and 12 points each, so that's 60 health points total. So yes, it does be at the 5s for the case spiders every 3 rounds, so it looks like round 6 is going to have 10, and then round 9 is going to have 15, so yeah. So yes, basically every 3 rounds it's equal amounts of health points, so the ratio is perfect, basically, so yeah. Anyways, moving over now. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, it's now time for our 3rd round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and fight. Let's go. Handing over to Llano here. Okay, all of them are joining in this colony. Let's see if this might be another tie. It might be, actually. Watch out. Yo, yeah, it was. Okay. So that last creeper managed to blow up both of those cave spiders from pretty far away. So yeah, that was actually a pretty interesting sight right there. Also, yeah, so basically if, yeah, so we've had a bit of a theory here. So this is just a little break here, but basically if all the rounds just end off in a 5-5 win after all 10 rounds, and then a tiebreaker round happens. If the tiebreaker round is also a tie, so that'll make it 6-6 for the teams. This means both teams will actually win, because obviously round 11 is like the max round you can go up in the arena. So yeah, so this will be a pretty interesting sight to see if we actually get a tie on a tiebreaker round in like later episodes, maybe. Yeah, not for this season though. Yeah, that might not be a thing, but yes. That's just my theory, basically. Anyways, back to the battles. It is now 3-3 for both teams at the moment, because we have 3 ties in a row at the moment. Yes. Pretty unlikely to see 3 ties in a row at the moment. Well, it's mainly because the case guys have less health than creepers anyways. Alright, now time for our 2nd last round of the first half. Here is round 4. Alright, it's our 2nd last round of the first half in round 4. On Llano, we have 4 creepers with 20 points each, so that's 80 health points total. And then they're going up against, on Ecru, we have 7 case spiders with 12 points each. Another close one here, 84 health points total. Okay, thank you for that. It is now time to begin our 2nd last round of the first half. Almost time to end it too, hopefully. It's 3, 2, 1, and fight. Alright, some of these are in jump mode at the moment, so they are going to be late. Yeah, there's 2. Watch out for the creepers. Oh! Okay, that one got disqualified, but obviously most of them are still fighting, so we can still count this fight. So, this is actually their first sole win for the case fighters. We have 3 survivors. Well, actually, technically 2, since 1 got disqualified. However, he's just going out of the arena now, because, well, he didn't even fight anyway. So, it can be 2 or 3, really. So, I'd say 2.5, really. Or 2.5. I wasn't meant to be in an American accent, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. It's 3-4 for the Ecru case fighters. It is now time for the final round of the first half. Here is round 5. Alright, it's now basically time to end the first half in round 5. On Llano, we have 5 creepers with 20 health points each. That is 100 health points total, so it is the first team to go over the hundreds this time in this episode. And then they're going to go against, on Ecru, not so much for the case fighters, they are slightly less. We have 8 with 12 points each, so that's 96 health points total. This is the closest we can actually get to 100 here. Okay, thank you for that. It is now time to begin our 5th round and our final round of the first half, so it's almost time to end this. In 3, 2, 1... Right, okay. We got the creepers ready, and most of the cave spiders. One went stuck for a second. I think there's a disqualifier, watch out. Whoa, they went flying. Oh, still 1 left. Okay, at least that one did not get disqualified, that's good. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted, a venomous cave spider. He insta-killed the creeper right there. That's another 3 survivors right there, so there's a total of 6 survivors at the moment for the cave spiders across 2 rounds at the moment. It is now 3-5 for Ecru. Okay, it's now time to begin our 2nd half in round 6. Alright, so it's now time to begin our 2nd half in round 6. On Llano, we have 6 creepers with 20 health points each, so that is 120 health points total. And we're going to go against on Ecru. So yes, like OC Bob said in round 3, on this round we have 10 case spiders with 12 points each. So yes, that's 120 health points total. So once again, same amount of health points for both teams. Alright, so yes, it is now time to begin our first round of 2nd half. That's what I was meant to say. Yes, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And fight. Alright. Some of them are left idle. There's only 1 at the moment. Watch out. There's a big colony coming, creepers. Whoa, Jesus. They all blew up right there. Yes, 1 got disqualified again. And once again, it's the usual 3 survivors. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to carry on throughout the whole of the 2nd half. But we'll just have to find out. So yeah. And just to clarify, that won't be a tiebreaker round because obviously it's now off points. So yes. 3-6 now for the Ecru case fighters with that usual 3 survivor technique. Alright, it is now time for the 4th last round. Here's round 7. Alright, it's now time for our fourth last round. Here is round 7. On Llano, we have 7 creepers at 20 points each, so that's 140 health points total. And then they're going to go against. On Ecru, we have 12 cave spiders at 12 points each, so we're now going over 10 here for the cave spiders for the next 4 rounds. So that's 144 health points total. Okay, thank you for that. It is now time to begin our fourth last round in 3, 2, 1. Oh, hello, everything. Fight. Okay. And looks like they're actually all going this time. Big Conley, watch out. Kaboom, kaboom. Oh, jeez. Only 2 left. This might be another tie, actually. Oh, and yes, it is. So it looks like their 3 survivor technique is now outmatched because they're now back into the tie business here. This is our 4th tie of the episode at the moment. So it is now 4-7. So yes, we obviously have more than 10 points now here for both teams. It is now time for our first last round, of course. Here is round 8. Alright, so now time for our first last in the round 8, of course. On Llano, we have 8 creepers at 20 points each, so that's 160 health points total. And then we're going to go against on Ecru, another large Conley here. For Ecru, we have 13 cave spiders at 12 points each. So this means there's 156 health points total. So once again, slightly less, but let's hope they win here. Okay, thank you for that. It is now time, of course, to begin our first last round in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. And yeah, some of these guys, yeah, there's like 2 at the moment. Oh, one's probably gonna get disqualified then. Oh, he going. What's that? Oh, wow. Creeper fling. Oh, okay. Okay, so they've actually advanced in team survivors. Not sure what those 2 are doing, don't mind that. 5 cave spiders have now survived, so it looks like they are upgrading in making these guys stronger for Ecru. So yeah, good job Ecru right there. It is now 4-8 at the moment for the Ecru cave spiders. So yes. Okay, it's now time for our second to last round. Here is round 9. Alright, so our second to last round now in round 9. On Llano, we have, of course, 9 creepers at 20 points each, that's 180 total. And then they're going to go against. On Ecru, we have 15 cave spiders at 12 points each, so this is the last round with parallel health points, also 180 total. Okay, thank you for that. It is now time to begin our second to last round in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Okay. Most of these are going. We have 2 left over. Okay, 1 now. Yeah, that guy's gonna get disqualified probably. Oh, wow. Okay, so we managed to get all the creepers down with 1 disqualified. That is still 4.5, I'd say, survived right here. So it is now 4-9 for the Ecru cave spiders. They're actually doing pretty good so far. Alright, it is of course now time for our final round right now. Here is round 10. Alright, it's now time for the big battle. It's time for the final round, of course, in round 10. On Llano, we have 10 creepers at 20 points each, so pretty conventional team here, 200 health points total. And then, they are going up against, on Ecru, our biggest team of cave spiders yet in this episode, of course. 17 of them, to be exact, with 12 health points each. That is slightly more, at 204 health points total. So yeah, let's hope they can actually win this round. Well, it might be a tie anyways, we'll just have to find out, really. Alright, thank you for that. It is now time for the end of the episode and our final round, of course. Now, biggest battle, yeah. 3, 2, 1, and fight. Okay. And they're all in a big Conley this time. That's reliable for Ecru. Watch out. Big combo. Oh, wow. That might have costed a few 7650s. Because that's the cap that you can get for creeper explosions. Oh, I got it right. Yes. I knew it would have been a tie. Alright, that'll be our final tie of the episode. Our 5th one, actually. Okay, so for the final tally, it is 5-10. So this means the winners are the cave spiders, of course, because they got the perfect amount of score for 10 points. However, since there's a few ties, they still get the gold trophy because, well, it's mainly for when a perfect win happens. And, well, it's technically for platinum trophies, it's perfect win and no mobs in their team defeated. Yeah, that's what happens basically. So yeah, so they still get the gold trophy for that. So basically, yeah, like I said, about 7650s, that's the cap that the creepers can get for when they defeat many amounts of like opponent mobs. Basically, yeah, that's like the cap they can get, because if it didn't cap at that, the scores would just get a bit too big basically. So yeah, that's why we cap it at 7650. It's kind of a Pac-Man reference really, but yeah. And yes, that happens when a creeper blows up 7 or more cave spiders, that is. Yeah, that's for the cave spiders, that is. It varies for like every other mob basically, so yeah. And also, yeah, whenever a creeper blows up other creepers, it actually loses points because obviously they're mobs from their team. So yes, so obviously it's like a -200 for when they glow another creeper basically. So yeah, that's exactly what happens. Anyways, that is essentially it from this episode of Minecraft Mobile Series Rebooted. And yes, this case-wise still outmatched the creepers, mainly in surviving, but also in ties. So that's why the creepers got 5 points basically. So yes. Anyways, that's essentially it for this episode of Minecraft Mobile Series Rebooted. I hope you enjoyed, and once again, from me, your co-host Osibor, and your host Herobrine, thank you for watching, and once again, we'll see you again next time, here on Minecraft Mobile's The Series Rebooted.